First things first. If you're familiar with this introduction, feel free to skip ahead until the trigger warning for our racist, hate-filled image of the day appears on screen. Otherwise, let me tell you. In each of these videos, I give away a t-shirt from my website, UnionOfTruth.org. That t-shirt goes to whichever comment in the comment section scores the highest on my double-secret proprietary rating scale, and they'll get to pick whichever design they want from the website. Mind you, I give away a t-shirt if the video gets at least 5,000 views and 50 unique comments by the time I start making my next video. I intend to make these videos 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Official rules are posted just below the like and subscribe buttons. Now, unless you're already fully aware of the following 9 facts, or you have a completely open mind and seek to expand your worldview, these videos might not be for you. Fact number 1. All of our society's root-level structural institutions are controlled by psychopathic parasites who intend to utterly subjugate us. And that's putting it mildly. Fact number 2. No one is coming to save us from them. If we don't take matters into our own hands, we will be utterly subjugated. Fact number 3. We are quickly running out of time to prevent such an outcome. Fact number 4. In order to prevent our subjugation, we need a viable plan of action. Fact number 5. There is no quick fix. A viable plan will need to be very detailed and will require that people must go outside of their comfort zone in order to comprehend it. Fact number 6. As an aspect of its viability, the plan must not require that everyone fully comprehends it in order to follow it. Fact number 7. Since the plan must not require that everyone fully comprehends it in order to follow it, leaders will be needed to properly inform and correctly guide fellow citizens who won't put forth the effort to fully comprehend the plan. Fact number 8. Leaders will need to fully comprehend the plan. Fact number 9. Exemplary leaders are committed to empowering those whom they lead. Exemplary leaders lead by example. And for those of you who are still with me, here's a 10th fact. This book contains a viable plan. The purpose of these videos is to disseminate the information provided in this book and to start an ongoing dialogue about all things related to the plan. You can download a free copy of this book in PDF format from UnionOfTruth.org without signing up for anything or filling anything out. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping you'll take me up on my simple 10-page challenge. It works like this. Read the first 10 pages of the book and fully investigate all the links that are offered in order to discover the following. 1. Am I functioning from a valid conceptual foundation? 2. Have I done enough legitimate research to qualify as someone whose opinion is worthy of consideration? 3. Does the book actually provide a viable and fully detailed plan to thwart the science of fiction? Quite simple, and certainly not too much to ask of any red-blooded American patriot. One last thing. Those of you who are wondering, who is this guy? Should be sure to check out my video entitled, Who is this guy? Please, let us know exactly what you found most hateful and oppressive about that reprobate image. Your feedback is vital to our ongoing mission of greater understanding. All right, in this episode, we're going to go through the section called the Prison Industrial Complex, pages 55 through 57. Let's do this. Page 55, Section 10, the Prison Industrial Complex. Outside of the Twilight Zone, how much freedom can exist in a country that has private companies doing the following? 1. Building and running the jails for profit. 2. Bribing judges to unnecessarily lock people up. 3. Lobbying Congress to enact laws which will guarantee that their business continues to be very profitable. If America really is the land of the free and the home of the brave, why is more of your population in prison than any other country in the world? Actual freedom-loving independent thinkers make damn sure that the money they fund government with is being spent on nothing but that which ensures the overall well-being of their society. They do not allow anyone to get paid for locking them up in a for-profit, privately owned prison that's guaranteed a 90% occupancy rate by the government. They do not allow any of their pay to be spent on keeping huge numbers of people in jail so that multinational corporations can also utilize inmate labor for massive profit. And yet, as usual, the land of the free and the home of the brave is getting legally robbed by a bunch of traitors who are scheming to take as much of your money and freedom as they possibly can in the name of promoting the general welfare. But they're not merely making sure that all of your money and energy is spent by government operatives in ways that work against your best interests. Those turncoats have accustomed you to also having private companies be in on the act. Private companies in positions of power that should only be granted to closely monitored, completely transparent, publicly supervised governmental agencies. What could go wrong? In stark contrast to the misguided masses, those who are interested enough to be properly informed and empowered are aware of this fact. When private companies are merged with their government, the country they live in has become an outright corporatocracy. In a corporatocracy, the government is, despite unsubstantiated slogans claiming otherwise, controlled by private interests solely for the long-term benefit of those people who personally profit from increases in their company's sphere of influence. Other than the decoration of its thin veneer, it's the same mechanism as 1. Fascism, 2. Socialism, 3. Communism, 4. Democracy, 5. Every other distinctly named manifestation of the fundamental consolidated power that exists parasitically by way of A. Currency control, B. Legal disguise, C. All other manner of constant dissemination of officially sanctioned misinformation. In a corporatocracy, the judges, the legislators, the president, the military, the police, and the prison guards are simply the enforcement branches / orlocks of certain private interests that dictate government policy. In a corporatocracy, the military, the police, and the prison guards are not directed by the president, the legislators, or the judges to uphold the spirit or the substance of your nation's outdated founding documents, i.e., the actual law. In a corporatocracy, the public is nothing but a host organism that those on the different rungs of power each use to extract the fuel for their extravagant way of life, until their rung is no longer needed and they too are devoured by the system they abetted. Interesting path that your leadership has you freedom-loving patriots on, no? The architects of your former republic understood that in this world, where unalienable rights of others will always be forcefully oppressed whenever the opportunity arises, exercisable rights are merely the fruit of ongoing duty. They officially declared that whenever any form of government, quote, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right,
It is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. And they made sure to put in place the constitutional mechanisms by which a properly educated, ever-vigilant populace would retain the lawful ability to act as such. Yet, somehow, the nation they established based on such logically sound ideas has become the fully supportive environment for a thriving prison industrial complex. Oops. 1. An article about two judges who were caught getting millions of dollars in kickbacks for sending juveniles to privately run detention centers. 2. 3 articles that will give you some idea of what the prison industrial complex is doing to help me win my bet. Three, a must-read article that offers a video report and a slideshow. Enjoy must-read quotes from numerous annual reports and letters to shareholders of your country's largest private prison company. Four, a web page filled with must-see information that helps expose the prison industrial complex for the destructive construct that it actually is. Make sure to click your way through the entire presentation, i.e., each chapter in the Corrections Study Guide and the Prison Maps printouts. Five, a must-read article from the American Civil Liberties Union entitled Banking on Bondage, Private Prisons and Mass Incarceration. Be sure to click on the download link at the bottom of the article so that you can read the entire 57-page PDF that the article is based upon. Six, a must-read report from the website of the Comprehensive Resource Center on Privatization and Responsible Contracting, inthepublicinterest.org. The report is named Criminal: How Lockup Quotas and Low Crime Taxes Guarantee Profits for Private Prison Corporations. Note that their entire website is a treasure trove of important information regarding the practice of privatization. You will be well served to fully investigate all of the information they provide. Seven, a web page filled with must-read information about the extortion racket known as the prison telephone industry. 8. A must-read article that explains how a widespread education regarding the usage of jury nullification would be of great benefit to Americans, particularly the racial minorities who populate your nation's prisons in disproportionately high numbers. Nine, an article from 1998 about certain realities of private prison companies. Have you asked yourself yet why the mainstream media made such a huge deal over the reprehensible, congressional hearing-worthy actions of athletes taking steroids, but never made any meaningful effort to bring this industry under a prolonged intense public scrutiny? Ten, an article written in 1993 about the privatization of the prison industry. Make sure to keep in mind that it was written over 20 years ago and that the continued growth of the industry has been tremendous. Make sure to click on the links with the company names near the bottom of the page to read about the private companies mentioned.
Well, that's it for today. Let's meet back here tomorrow. Till then, take good care of yourself and remember, objectivity, logic, fidelity, because absurdity knows no bounds.